One of the biggest problems I see is the failure to have a detailed written contract. It's very easy for you to have a detailed written contract for your construction project. There are two organizations that have prepared standard form contracts that cover almost any scenario. The CCDC and the CCA contracts are fair to both sides, and you just have to fill in a few blanks. There are some customers, however, that may be scared off by a detailed contract, and in that situation, I've prepared a 2-page contract that my client can use, again, just filling in the blanks. If you decide to use your own contract rather than a CCDC contract, you should ensure you cover these main terms in your contract. Firstly, what is your scope of work? What exactly are you going to be doing? Also, how much are you going to be paid? Are you going to be paid a lump sum, or are you going to be paid a unit price or a cost plus? Also, how often can you invoice? Do you have to wait until the entire job is over before you send an invoice, or can you invoice monthly? You also want to list your payment terms. You want to say that every invoice you send has to be paid within 30 days, and if it's not paid within that time frame, your customer has to pay interest at a specified rate, whether it's 18% per year or whatever. You want to list the start date and the end date for your work. You also want to be careful that you get the correct legal entity who is responsible to pay you. You can't, for example, just put John's Plumbing, because that's not a legal entity. You've got to list the individual's full name or the company's full name on your contract. The CCDC forms that I referred to, they govern relationships between owners and contractors, and the CCA forms typically deal with the contract between the contractor and the subcontractor. I hope you found this introduction to this one aspect of Ontario construction law helpful. Of course, this presentation shouldn't be considered as a substitute for legal advice, and I encourage you to get legal advice from a specialist in construction law dealing with your specific fact situation.